ballpark.
What is up, guys? Welcome back. This is episode 45 of the Bronx Nothing podcast. The Yankees are 70-70. Just took 2 out of 3 from the Detroit Tigers. Excuse me. Lost the last game, won the first 2. Kevin, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. The kids are up. The team is playing a lot better. It's actually fun to watch the Yankees now, which is it's weird to say. We've been wanting to rip our eyes out for a while, and having these the prospects come up and show results, especially with the Martian, and now Peraza looks like he's found his stride offensively. It's looking a lot positive, right? And yeah, man. Yankees are a 500 team again, at least. I mean, hopefully, we actually wanted to be a few games over 500, but it didn't happen. It is what it is. I mean, they're not going to win 20 straight, but I believe 8 of the last 10, right? They lost that fourth game set, the fourth game set, and then they lost this one. So, yeah.
Yep. These are a couple of games we'll look back at, Kevin, and we'll look back at if we miss out on the playoffs by a couple of games. You look back at the Colorado series. You look back at this series. You look back at a lot of series in April and in May and in June and every month this season, because it's been that kind of season for the New York Yankees. Unfortunately, yeah, we're stuck at 70-70 right now. But yeah, it is what it is. The kids are up. Good to see Jason continuing to rake. Peraza, I don't think he had a hit today, but he had a couple this series, another 3-hit night last night, which was super encouraging from him. But you ready to get into game one?
Let's go.
Let's get into game one. Garrett Cole versus Vest, and this was a good game overall for the New York Yankees. DJ LeMahieu starts it off. He's been red hot. Starts it off with a leadoff homer to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead. And Garrett Cole battled in this game, Kevin. He got the win. He went 6 innings, 8 hits, 1 run, no walks. That's a big thing for him. And 7 strikeouts. But you look at the line, you look at 8 hits, you're like, wow, against the Detroit Tigers, you would think he would dominate. Yep. And listen, they were hunting. A lot of these guys, you know, they had a lot of traffic on the bases. Carpenter led off the 6th with a triple. Judge had a little bit of trouble getting the ball out of his glove or in that wall in right field. He had a little bit of trouble there. And then Miggy, right after Carpenter, leads off with a triple. Miggy with a single ties up the game. Garrett Cole was pretty frustrated, but the Yankees offense.
That pitch was like
that's classic
a foot
Miggy.
inside. Like at least a foot inside, and Miggy took it the other way. I mean, it's classic Miggy trying to spoil Cole's night. It was getting pretty frustrating. We were at the stadium. Shout out to Rye Guy who was out there as well. And we were out there, and at some point we were like, man, when are the Yankees going to start scoring for Cole? It seems to like happen more than usual. I was hoping it wasn't that type of night. But one thing I noticed coming into the ballpark, it's stressful for a lot of fans when they got to drive through that New York traffic and also take that traffic when they leave the stadium. But I was riding by, and while I'm sitting in traffic, it's like, at least I feel confident. And it must be a good feeling when you're driving up to the Yankees, to the Yankee Stadium, and it's Garrett Cole taking the mound, because it's like it's a 90% chance that you're gonna win. It's like the way he's pitching this season is just phenomenal, and I don't think he got tagged up here and there, but he was still able to get out of some jams because he had a lot of base runners. Baez too was another name that stuck out for me in this game, which had having a tough year, but he was able to be pesky.
100%. Honestly, one of the main reasons to go to the ballpark this year, I'm sure I posted a ton of pictures of how empty the stadium was. You know, there was the giveaway was the first 18,000 fans. I barely think there was 18,000 fans.
Yeah,
I mean, you can hear a pin drop in the stadium. It's crazy. There were still fans getting in at 7 o'clock. They were still able to get their beanies or their sweatshirts. Especially to weeknights, school's back. People don't want to drive to the Bronx to see this team right now, and
the heat wave.
And the heat wave, and at this point in the season, a lot of people are looking forward to football and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't really blame them for not coming out to the stadium. They'd rather just stay home, watch it on TV, and not deal with that heat as well. But let's get back to the game real quick. So you were talking about the offense. Thankfully, Giancarlo with a big 2-out homer, 400 for him. I heard the fans in the stadium. They didn't ask for too much. They got a couple signed bats, a couple signed balls, so they didn't hold the ball or anything. So that was good.
It wasn't Zach
G got the
Campbell.
ball back. Yep, he was in right field, but thank God G hit it to
A rope, 117
to
off the
left
bat.
field.
Insane.
Yep, smoked. Yankees tack on some more insurance in the bottom of the eighth. Judge with a walk. Jason smokes a double, a hustle double, honestly, and then Glaber with the icing on the cake with a big double there. Give the Yankees a 5-1 lead. Canely gave us an inning out of the bullpen. Loaiza gave us an inning, and Holmes touched the door, and the Yankees win the game 5-1. Anything else, Kevin, you got for game one?
Nah, I mean, it's nice to see Garrett Cole get some wins and get some run support, especially because that was probably it for him that night. In the sixth inning, and the Yankee and Giancarlo was able to put some runs on the board so he could get that W. So that was huge.
Yep. I mean, I still think he's the front runner for the Cy Young as of right now.
Yeah, no question.
I know a lot
about
of
it.
Yankee fans are looking at Sonny Gray's starts because the ERAs are pretty close. I think Cole's .06 better or something. I think he's at a 2.92 and Sonny Gray's at a 2.98. So
I'm gonna check right now.
and we'll see what happens with that, but should be exciting down the stretch. At least Garrett Cole starts. I know a lot of Yankee fans still tune in to those to see how he does because we like Garrett Cole a lot. We're happy he's here, and we're hoping that he can get his first Cy Young as a Yankee. I think that's pretty special, and a season that's been a really tough season for us fans on all sides of the baseball. Garrett Cole has been one of the bright spots, so it's super nice to see. It would be great to see him win a Cy Young wearing pinstripes. You got the ERAs up?
2.98 for Sonny Gray.
Okay.
So I mean, Cole right now is .08 points ahead.
Okay.
But he's doubling him in wins, so
I mean,
should have 20. Should have 20.
Does wins matter at this point? I mean, we'll see what.
It's nice. It's
see
nice
what
to look at it.
What they decide. Yeah. I mean, he should have 18 wins or so, but it is what it is. What if this? What if that? What 13-4 now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice ERA too. Hopefully he's able to win a Cy Young. All right, Kev. On to game two. Schmidt versus Manning. And besides Clark retiring 16 in a row, he did get into some trouble in the first 2 outs. Carpenter had the little single he hit the other way. He was kind of a pest this series. If you don't realize, I mean, this kid's having a pretty good season for Detroit. Torkelson as well. He gave us some trouble in game 3, but Schmidt gives up the lead early in the first, 1-0 Tigers, and this was a pretty scary moment actually in the bottom of the first for Matt Manning. I hope he's doing all right. He had a fractured foot. Giancarlo with the line out. I mean,
119.
I mean, we're talking about it after the game. I don't know how the guy was walking after that.
Yeah.
Pure adrenaline.
How'd he finish the play too? Yeah, it had to be. I mean, obviously off adrenaline. I mean, when you get hit like that at the moment right there, everything's running through your mind. I mean, the last thing you're thinking about is pain, and I mean, 119 off Giancarlo Stanton's bat, and that ball didn't hit the ground either. It went straight to his cleats. So
it was a line out. They counted it as a line out, but he threw the ball over the first anyways.
Yeah.
Which I was like, wow.
So that was kind of crazy to see. But hope he's all right. I mean, I know he's probably out because it's already September, but man, that's
he's done for the year.
Yeah, that's tough that's a tough part about being a pitcher, right? Especially in this day and age, where you can throw 198, but man, some of these guys will rope that right back to you. So gotta be careful out there.
100% to the Yankees lineup. A lot of good exit views, honestly, from a lot of these guys. I'm sure you've been seeing Everson, Dominguez, even Glaber, obviously Judge and Stanley, guys we know, but a lot of hard contact from the Yankees this series, and it showed in game 1 and game 2, and even in game 3, even though we only scored 3 runs. DJ LeMahieu continues to stay hot, Kevin. Bottom of the second, RBI single for the Yankees. That was huge. And then the Martian gets his first homer at Yankee Stadium in the bottom of the third.
Yes, sir.
Smoked it, short porch or not, Kevin. Ball was actually absolutely smoked off the bat. It's just normal for him nowadays. I feel like he's always anytime he's up, Kevin. Super exciting to see. The at bats have been better. I was going at it with a couple of fans actually in Houston. I don't know if I mentioned this, but a lot of people were saying, it's easy to hit a big league fastball, and then Javier threw him that slider and he hit it out. So, I mean, it didn't take
Yes.
him really that long to adjust to the slider. So,
If it was so easy, there would be a lot better batting averages. It boggles my mind the crap that people say just to I don't know, just to talk, or maybe they really just are
they
not
don't,
knowledgeable,
maybe they
man.
just don't like.
Some of these fastballs have so much movement these days. It doesn't matter. And then it's 97, 98. It's not comparable, man. It's like it's not everybody can hit it. But that person who said that can't hit an 80-mile-per-hour fastball. So he should probably sit down and shut the fuck up.
Nah, 100%. His at bats have been super exciting. Even though, I mean, his at bats were okay today, but I mean, you know how it is in baseball. You just gotta take it day by day. Today's you're gonna
No,
go
we'll
for
talk
4.
about his at bats because I mean when we get there, I don't want to. We'll talk about it, but yeah, here he had 3 hits tonight in this game,
Yep.
Wednesday
Yep.
night. So
And Peraza as well. Peraza with an RBI double in the
yep,
bottom of the third. He's been having some better at bats of late as well. We'll get into him a little bit after. Gleyber Torres in the bottom of the fourth with an RBI single, 4-1, and we thought we could just kind of relax there. But in the bottom of the seventh is where things got a little bit tough for the Yankees and Clark Schmidt. I believe they said he retired 16 in a row going up to this, and then he gives up a base hit, couple hits, couple walks. Ibanez with an RBI single. They take him out of the game. Schmidt goes 6 in the third, 5 hits, 3 runs, no walks a game from a Yankee starter, which is super encouraging to
Yeah.
see. Wells was catching him this game. I also wanted to point that out, and he had 6 strikeouts. Wells getting a lot of compliments too from King, from Clark, which is encouraging to see because the big talk was his defense, Kevin. His back can play at the major league level, but will his defense be able to translate to the
Yep.
major leagues?
and right now it looks the other way around. Even though I don't have any doubt that his bat will be here, he's smoked a few balls as well. He's also hitting the ball very well. So yeah, man, it's nice to see because that was the main concern with him, and he seems to be blocking these pitches in the dirt very well. He threw out a runner in the Houston series, so I mean they're not testing his arm as much as I thought they would. So that being said, I mean that's bright to see, and Austin is I have no doubt that his bat will be here soon. So
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. And at the end of the day, I think as a fan base, we just gotta, me as well. I kind of jumped the gun talking about playoffs and stuff like that. I mean, at this point, it's a real long shot, just the way the numbers are and stuff like that. Just we just gotta do our best to see what the kids got, see what we got for next year, because we're gonna have Dominguez definitely starting in center field next year, so that's exciting, and see what pieces we could possibly move, this, that, and the third. But we'll talk about that,
towards the
after
end.
the season's over. We
Yeah,
got
season's
plenty of
not
time.
over. I mean, listen, yeah, we lose a game today. As the Yankees take the second game of the 3-game set, they win 4-3 on this one.
4-3.
Clay Holmes again
Weiser,
shuts the door.
Weiser with a big strikeout.
Oh yeah, Whiteside were
There
one
in
of
the
the.
eighth.
At that point, I mean, it's like everybody's starting to think like, oh man, like this. Well, can the Yankees pull off a miracle one? They just got to win one game at a time. And right now, Weiser had all the weight on his shoulders, and boy, was that a nasty pitch he struck out that guy on. So
Yep.
I like him. I mean, I know you saw him and you were texting me and you were ready to rip me a new one, but I'm
Yep.
glad Weiser shut you up, and you were able to.
No, I was waiting. I was like, I know it's your guy Weiser, and I don't know. I just remember like him giving up the bomb to Correa, and I was like, dude, just don't throw him a slider because I know these guys are pesky. Just the way it's been going, he'll dunk one in or something, a slow roller, tough play, something like that. So, but Weiser froze him on the fastball,
Yep.
which was good to
a little
see.
a little Bob Ross action there, as Pete Simonetti says.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's Yankees take it 4-3. On to game 3, where
On to game 3.
we were waiting for Carlos to be Carlos, and I don't know what we got. I think we got Carlitos.
I mean, he's the talk of this game, Kevin. I don't really write anything down
Yeah, you
besides
can't. I mean,
his line.
It's fresh in our mind, so
He
say
went
his line.
3 and 2/3, 8 hits, 7 runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 6.60 ERA.
Do you have any walks?
2 and 5, no walks. 2 and 5. through 10 games, Kevin. 10 starts so far for the New York Yankees. And you know it's gonna be a talk, so we're gonna talk about it right now, Kevin. Was it a mistake to get Carlos Rodon? You still got 5 more years. He still got 5 more years here. We're still with him for 5 more years, Kevin. I was pretty upset. I was texting you because I mean at this
Very
point, we have no
aggressively,
margin.
might I add.
Yes. We
Because
have
I'm
no
a
margin
Rodon
for
guy.
error here.
Because I'm a Rodon guy. I mean, and listen, rightfully so. I mean, I was a bit pissed and let down because I thought at this point, man, you should have your stuff. His fastball wasn't there. His speed wasn't there. I think he was throwing
92,
94.
93.
Yeah, 92, 93. That's
Come on.
not gonna get it done. So again, I don't know what's going on. You can't attribute more excuses to this. You had about 5 to 6 starts of excuses, and then after that, it was like you better be on, and you don't got to shove, but you can show up and give us 5 and 6 and 2 runs like you did in Houston.
Just give us quality.
Yeah, just give us a quality.
I would have taken 5 and 3.
Yeah.
5 and 3 would have been perfect.
3
Even
runs.
5 and 4, Kevin.
Yeah, I would have even take 4 runs in 6 innings. I would have taken that, because at the end of the day, I mean, we just wanted to be in the game, right? The Yankees did show some life in the start of the game, but again, against a guy who always pitches well against us in Eduardo. So we just wanted to be in the game, and Carlos definitely took the Yankees out of it. There's no doubt about it.
You're just as good as tomorrow's starting pitcher. I've learned that the past couple of years. That quote holds value, Kevin, because Erod, we have some good numbers. A couple guys, Stanton, LeMahieu, Torres, but the others haven't really seen them. We got a lot of youngsters on our squad. So I was confident going into the game, but we needed Carlos today, and there's no way of sugarcoating it. Failed us.
Yep.
Straight up failed us, and we needed him to show up today if we wanted any opportunity. But I still said, listen.
The home runs is what concerning to me.
Yes, 100%. Like
it
he gave
very
up a couple that to the warning track too that
he was getting smoked.
Almost went out. Torkelson, Oppo, and it's just like, dude, can he pitch in Yankee Stadium? Is a porch a problem? Is he worried about pitching on the outside corner to righties because they're gonna porch him? I don't know what it is. I'm okay. Listen, I mean, at this point, next year we just gotta hope he's better, Kevin. I'm pissed about it because we paid this guy all this money, but the back issues really worry me, Kevin.
That's
the
what
chronic back issues.
That's what worries me the most. And yes, a lot of people injury prone this and the third, but I don't think that we're gonna get this type of production from him next year. I just find it very hard to believe that a guy who has a career, I believe sub 4 ERA, is gonna out of nowhere fall from grace, no matter what's going on in his just turned 30, right? So I don't think this is the best Rodon we're gonna get. Obviously, I just hope that he can give us north of 25 starts moving forward, and be the Rodon that we know who he is, and be available in October because that's where it counts, right? If you got to take a 15-day here.
Remember what he said in spring training?
Yeah, I'm here for October.
I'm here to pitch in October, and we're gonna need him. There's a lot of things that we're gonna have to talk about in this offseason, Kevin. Just the way the season has gone for the New York Yankees, but I mean, there's a couple different things the Yankees can do to improve this team. I was talking about it with a couple people in the stadium today. About we didn't know if we were going to see the Martian.
Yeah.
Even Jeff Passan didn't think the Yankees were going to call him up this season, but we're seeing him now. He's in third for the Yankees. He's got to be a lock to start in center field for the New York Yankees next year. Pereira with a couple at bats that are super encouraging today. He had the the single, the 2 RBI single. Labor continues.
Again, those guys able to score. Volpe from first and this is what I've been talking about I've been talking about for years now, that the Yankees had to get younger or had to get quicker, either or. You can't get 8 guys who hit home runs and run like Stanton and DJ LeMahieu. You're just not going to be a good baseball team no matter what. You can't always, as much as I love the home run, you can't count on it every night. It's not going to be there every night. You're going to have to battle sometimes, right? And you're going to have to stretch a single into a double. You're going to have to stretch like that. Volpe scoring from first. That's stuff that you don't see with those other guys on base. So, and that's all I've been asking for, and that's what other teams do well. That's why the Atlanta Braves are good. That's why the Tampa Bay Rays are good. That's why the Baltimore Orioles are good, because they have young guys in there, or they have guys who can actually run the bases well, something that we have been doing terribly as well. This series as well, Glaber got thrown out. Yeah, we were winning that game, but still, it's stuff that happens.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, it happens. It happens too
They
often.
gotta clean it up. Yep.
Exactly. That's not. That's not. You can't have that in October.
And you're
So
not a rookie. You're not a rookie anymore, too, Glaber. You got to figure that out. Can't be making those mistakes. Listen, even with Volpe, it's unacceptable. Peraza or the young kids, but like we understand first
if they
season
do
or
it,
whatever. But I mean, Glaber, you got to clean that up. You want to get paid this simian
exactly.
money that you're talking about. We, a lot of people are like, they're on edge. Should we extend them? Do we trade him? His value's so high, and then you do things like that, and it's like, how do you expect anybody? You can't defend that.
If you minimize that, like, because again, like when you go back to his defense, he's average or slightly below average defensively. So if he can control his base, yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, slightly above or slightly below, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of average all around, right? But what I'm saying is, if he can clean up the base running. And I don't know if you saw him break a few double plays this series too. Looks like he's hustling way more harder out the box, and that's fine. That's what you have to do, right? It depends the situation in the game. Hustling out the box and not making those lackadaisical errors on the base paths or when you're playing defense, right? You control that, then you can get Simeon money. I don't think he's worth Simeon money, even though I love his bat, and I tell you this, I really think the Yankees should consider extending him. His bat is just, and as much as you want to talk about Glaber and his antics, I'll call it Glaber being Glaber, like when they used to call Manny being Manny. As much as you want to talk about his antics, he plays in New York and he plays very, very well. There's not a lot of people who you've traded for, Gallo, any other people you've brought over.
A few things. We've been talking about that actually on we had a little call last night. We were talking about, I mean, we could just, say it. We were talking about Brian Reynolds, how, I think Jeter said something about, playing in Milwaukee is different than playing in New York.
Yes.
And people got to understand that. And I'm sure Yankee fans do, where there's real pressure in playing in New York. And Glaber does it well, but, the past couple of years, sometimes the fans get under his skin or he reads social media too much. I think he hasn't been doing that too much this year. He's kind of been doing his thing, but he's got to cut down the lackluster plays.
I honestly think that's part of leadership, and that's part of Boone, and that's where coaching needs to come in. I mean, you just got to talk to your guys. It's not that you got to chew them up and spit them out in front of everybody, but you can have these conversations with them and be like, yo, we got to cut this shit out, man. Just like, what's going on? So that's my concern there. Yeah, it's his issue too, but again, like I always say, if you're not getting reprimanded for something, right?
He's going to keep doing it over and over again.
If you hear your coach say, "Oh, we're trying to be aggressive there in the post conference," in the post game conference, what the fuck are you gonna do next game? You're gonna be doing the same shit. So
because your coach is always gonna be there to back you up, and that's okay from time to time. But sometimes, like, I mean, dude, you gotta hold these guys accountable. Accountability is the biggest thing. But
yeah,
Kevin,
now we have Milwaukee, a team that's fighting with the Cubs. So the Yankees win the series,
I believe.
But right now so right now the Milwaukee Brewers are up a game and a half, I believe, on top of the Cubs. So that being said, they are looking to win games. They have a good end of game bullpen. They got a good guy in the eighth, a good guy in the ninth. Joel Payamps is a very solid setup man with Williams there. The Yankees do not want to see those two being down. I'm telling you this right now. That being said, the Yankees do have a tough series ahead of them. I still believe that the way these Yankees, the new Yankees, the Utes, the Baby Bombers 2.0.
The Utes.
I know.
That's been a popular name on Yankees.
I know. I'm
Twitter.
joking.
You start saying Yankees. So
yeah. That's why I said Baby Bombers 2.0, and I said the young guys, and I said the kids, whatever. But yeah, the way this team is playing right now is a completely different team. So I still have faith that they can win the series. I would love a sweep. Obviously, the way the bats are hot, but this Brewer team is kind of like the Yankees were trying to be being built, right? They're home run heavy. So that being said, we're gonna see similar situations. I believe strikeouts will be on the highs on this series on both ends. Yeah. So
Burns and Garrett Cole going on Sunday.
That's gonna be fun to watch. But tomorrow we got Sevy. I have it pulled up here.
Probably. We get.
I think we're getting the good Sevy. So we got Colin Rea. He has a 5 ERA. He's 5-5. So a righty. Yankees should against Sevy tomorrow. So the Yankees should be all right there. And then after that, you got Michael King against Miley. So that's gonna be interesting. Michael King
A
did look
lefty.
very good.
Yep, a
Yeah.
lefty. So you're looking forward to that, and then you got
I'm not looking
Garrett Cole,
forward to Higashioka though, but
we'll see.
I don't know
We'll
what
see.
I don't know what the Yankees.
Michael King's on the mound.
That's what I'm saying. You
Oh,
can't
and then
take
Rortvedt
away.
will be on Sunday.
Yeah,
You gotta play Wells. Find a way to get him in the lineup. Maybe
Oh,
lefty
give him a
switch
half
are
a
that
day
bad.
tomorrow. You let him start the game, and after Sevy's out, you bring in Higgy, and then
I forgot the way the Yankees roll. No, you can't do 7
I know.
1. You don't catch back to back. Dios mío.
I don't know what they're
I don't
gonna
know.
do, but
There's not that much season left, guys. Like I don't know why you gotta rest. This kid's young. It's not like he's 34 with bad knees.
yeah.
Like let him catch. You know.
I
We gotta
think
see what he's got.
he should be fine. I mean, it's September. I hope the Yankees let Wells catch both. I mean, you saw what King talked about him in the previous game, and Sevy
Raving about him, man.
and
Let's go.
and Sevy had a nice start too there. So last time. So that being said, I hope we see Wells this 2 game. Listen, as much as some people love, I mean, I know you took a picture with Higgy, and again, I hate to be.
Listen.
I just don't think he's a good game caller. I know he called the perfect game. I get it. I just think that, and then now with the drop balls
By
here
the
and
way,
there, and
Wells,
it's just tough, bro.
phenomenal behind the plate on Wednesday
Yes.
night. There was a couple pitches
That if
for
it's Higgy,
Crushman that if it's Higgy gets by, and there was a couple today too. I believe it was in the first inning when Torkelson went oppo. There was one that got by. I'm like, dude,
Wells doesn't let
we
that
can't
go.
have that. Wells,
We killed.
I don't want to jinx it. We
Yeah.
killed Gary for it.
Exactly. That's my point.
I know people don't want to hear about Gary. Gary's long gone. But listen, Kevin and I were big Gary guys, and we killed Gary
And we
for
heard
it.
it a lot. So hold Higgy to the fire, and unfortunately,
Yeah, exactly.
it's just-
The defensive catcher, but I think next year I'll just say this real quick. It'll be Wells, Torino, Higgy will be gone. They'll just have Rortvedt in AAA, which is probably what's gonna happen.
that's what should happen.
But
But the Yankees might
I don't know.
give Higgy a 10-year deal. But
stop. Okay.
so on to Milwaukee. Well, now Milwaukee's coming here.
Trolling. Yep.
I may go to one. I don't know. I know some people who know you all Piamps from the Milwaukee Brewers, so we might go to one game. I'll let you guys know. Mary, let you know I am eyeing that replica ring, World Series ring. It does look very interesting. But yeah, man, let's go. Let's win the series. Let's continue, man. Let's play meaningful baseball. And let's see what the cookie crumbles, right? Texas is crumbling. Toronto, you got
Play
those
spoiler.
teams.
Play spoiler, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We don't like Toronto. Obviously, we don't like Boston. Division rivals. Go there, take 3 out of 4. Win the series against these teams. Spoil their playoff hopes,
Why not?
We'll see what happens, but just continue to play the kids. I'm really excited to see what Everson does these next couple weeks. I just feel like the Yankees don't know what they want to do with him. Is he going to be trade bait? Is he going to be the left fielder next year? There's just so much, I think, up in the air these next couple weeks. And I don't know if they're going to decide everything based on what happens these next couple weeks, but I think it's definitely interesting to watch what he's doing the next couple weeks. And also with Peraza, if he continues to rake, is he going to be the third baseman next year and they just have DJ at second? Trey Glaber, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
A lot can happen between then and now, but I don't know. There's still things that are I'm keeping an eye on for next year, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Stranger things have happened, like Pete said. So,
Yeah, that, and I'm just gonna add this: like Texas is in a real tough spot. I don't know. Was there any news on the Dolis? No,
10-day IL. 10-day IL.
Okay,
10-day
so
IL.
that's a big blow for them right there. And then you got Toronto in their last 10, 6-4. The Yankees are 8-2. I'm not even gonna mention the Bloody Sox. So that being said, you never know what can happen in these next 22 games. Just keep winning games, right? Keep winning games. Keep going out there and competing, and let math do its work. All you can do is control the day by day, control game by game. Let's try to win every game, and we'll go from there. I'm not gonna sit here and drink the Kool-Aid. I'm not gonna say we're out of it. I'm just gonna be neutral, and let's just play some baseball, man. Let's have fun.
It's right in front of us.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to say it.
Of course, you have to say it.
Yeah, just take it day by day, like Kevin said, and that's all we can really do. Enjoy watching Dominguez. If you guys like us,
Dominguez. I don't know who this Dominguez guy is, but he's damn good. That's why I love going to spring training, because you get guys with Yankee fans from all over coming through and having talk with nice baseball. It's cool.
Definitely, we'll be there next year. But anything else, Kevin?
Oh, also, I want to say, listen, if any of you guys, if you guys don't know, NYYU Underground, we are in game season with Pizza Minetti a lot, and they have an event going on. I wanted to plug that in. They got, I believe, like 5 tickets left. Mario and I will be on the Audi Suite. That is September 23rd against the Diamondbacks. A solid team as well. It looks like it's going to be Rodon. I think that's what we said, right? It might be Rodon that day.
It might be Rodon. But listen. Yeah. Come over, have a good time with us. You guys know how expensive Yankee Stadium is. Food, drinks, everything inclusive. Come
except
hang out
alcohol,
with us.
but soda, Dr. Pepper, like Mario likes, and water, that's included.
Come drink a ton of Dr. Peppers with me.
There you go.
Pepsi, lo que sea. No rum though.
No,
I don't drink.
No.
But yeah. Show up there. Our guy Pete, he's helped us out a lot, so definitely come out, show up. It'll be pretty fun. Yep. And then, listen, I was going to say, if you guys are still watching us right now, you guys got to love the Yankees. You're sick like us, but we really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, supporting us. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see you next time. Let's go, Yanks.
Let's go, Yanks.